Welcome, explorers, to a journey like no other. Today, we dive deep into the mysteries of the ocean as we explore the enigmatic Marianas Trench. The Marianas Trench is the deepest such trench known on Earth, located mostly east as well as south of the Mariana Islands. It is part of the Western Pacific system of oceanic trenches coinciding with subduction zones, points where two adjacent tectonic plates collide, one being forced below the other. An arcing depression, the Mariana Trench stretches for more than 150 miles with a mean width of 43 miles. The greatest depths are reached in Challenger Deep, a smaller, steep-walled valley on the floor of the main trench southwest of Guam. The Mariana Trench, which is situated within the territories of the U.S. dependencies of the Northern Mariana Islands and Guam, was designated a U.S. National Monument in 2009. Measuring the greatest depths in the Mariana Trench is an exceedingly difficult task, given the technical challenges of delivering instrumentation to such a remote location and then obtaining accurate readings. The first attempt was made in 1875 during the Challenger expedition on 1872 to 1876, when a sounding of 26,850 feet or 8,184 meters was obtained near the southern end of the trench. In 1899, Nero Deep 31,693 feet or 9,660 meters was discovered southeast of Guam. That sounding was not exceeded until a 197 foot or 9,813 hole was found in the vicinity 30 years later. In 1957, during the International Geophysical Year, the Soviet research ship Vityaz sounded a new world record depth of 36,056 feet or 10,990 meters in Challenger Deep. That value was later increased to 36,201 feet or 11,034 meters. Since then, several measurements of the Challenger Deep have been made, using increasingly sophisticated electronic equipment. Notable among these is the depth of 35,840 feet or 10,924 meters reported by a Japanese expedition in 1984, and one of 36,070 feet or 10,994 meters obtained by a U.S. research team in 2011. In addition, another deep hole, originally called HMRG Deep for Hawaii Mapping Research Group, the discoverers of the location, and later renamed Serena Deep, is situated south of Guam and east of Challenger Deep. First encountered in 1997, its depth has been reported variously as 34,911 and 35,463 feet or 10,641 and 10,809 meters. Back in 1960, a historic expedition took place. The French-built U.S. Navy-operated bathyscaphe Trieste, with Swiss ocean engineer Jacques Piccard, who helped his father, Auguste Piccard, design the bathyscaphe, and U.S. naval officer Don Walsh aboard, made a record dive to 35 to 814 feet or 10,916 meters in Challenger Deep. Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh, the brave explorers aboard the Trieste, spent only 20 minutes at the bottom, but it opened up a new era of deep-sea exploration. The next person to descend into that location did so more than 50 years after Piccard and Walsh. On March 26, 2012, Canadian filmmaker James Cameron piloted the submersible Deep Sea Challenger, which he had helped design, to 35,756 feet or 10,898 meters, in the process establishing a new world record depth for a solo descent. But what did they found? What lives at the bottom of the Mariana Trench? As we go deeper into the trench, we discover a world of extraordinary life forms that have adapted to the extreme conditions. From bioluminescent creatures to bizarre adaptations, the Marianas Trench is a living testament to life's resilience. Mariana Trench animals include xenophyophores, amphipods, and small sea cucumbers, holothurians, which all dwell at the bottom of the ocean's deepest depression. Animals living in these depths survive in complete darkness and extreme pressure, consuming chemicals like methane or sulfur, or those farther down the food chain. Scientists studied these creatures found on video footage from the James Cameron 2012 expedition. Unfortunately, there is not much evidence to work with due to the extreme dangers of exploring the deep sea. With over 80% of the ocean unexplored, the possibility of new species is immense. Xenophyophores, bearer of foreign bodies, are giant deep-sea amoebas among the world's largest living single-celled organisms. These protozoans live in the deepest parts of the ocean. Scientists know little about them because their delicate frames are hard to collect for research. These organisms come in various shapes and sizes and can resemble spherical sponges, frilly sponges, tetrahedra, four-sided figures, or flattened discs. Xenophyophores are essentially lumps of cytoplasm, a viscous fluid containing nuclei. They secrete glue-like strings of their fecal matter that attach to minerals and other objects in the environment like skeletal remains and use it to form an exoskeleton known as a test. Xenophyophores move along the sea floor like slugs and have no known predators. Amphipods are small crustaceans all over the ocean, but one species in particular inhabits this deep-sea trench. The Hirondelia gigas is a shrimp-like creature, around 2 inches in length, that eats fallen wood on the seafloor. These creatures can go without food for a long time, but will eat almost anything and gorge themselves to the point of bursting. Holothurians are a new species of luminous sea cucumber. And while these squishy creatures resemble a vegetable, they are actually animals closely related to starfish and urchins. Sea cucumbers are peculiar organisms with an unusual defense mechanism. When threatened, the sea cucumber contracts its muscles and forces its internal organs out of its anus. The cucumbers observed in the deep trenches of the earth are a bright violet color and transparent. The most famous deep-sea cucumber is nicknamed the headless chicken monster. It may sound terrifying, but watching this unusual species move through water looks like a strange yet graceful water ballet. The Mariana Hadal snailfish is the deepest fish species ever recovered from the Mariana Trench. Researchers caught this record-breaking fish 27,460 feet below sea level, and scientists theorize the maximum depth possible for fish is 27,900 feet. This species of snailfish adapted to live in extreme pressure and complete darkness. Its skin is transparent, it doesn't have sight, and it is one of the top predators in the Mariana Trench. Today, scientists continue to unlock the secrets of the Marianas Trench. Advanced submersibles and remotely operated vehicles allow us to explore and study this mysterious realm more comprehensively than ever before. As we conclude our journey to the Marianas Trench, we are reminded that the ocean depths hold countless secrets yet to be discovered. The trench serves as a symbol of our relentless curiosity and the human spirit of exploration. Thank you for joining us on this incredible voyage. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and until next time, happy exploring!